things will get better. No.
You know, I heard there's so many magnetic waves traveling through the air because of TV and telephones. They were losing like 10 times as many brain cells as we're supposed to. Like, all the molecules in our heads are molecules. All the companies know about it, but they're not doing anything about it. It's like a big conspiracy.
You can pick something. I don't care.
You know, any idea how many electro rays are traveling through our head every second?
I don't care.
Have you heard about this videotape that kills you when you watch it?
No.
You start to play it, and it's like some Then suddenly, this woman comes on through the screen.
Right?
Sees. And as soon as it's over, your phone rings.
It really is a tape.
No.
Embry residence.
We've been trying to reach you concerning your car's extended warranty. You should have received something in the mail about your car's extended warranty. Since we have not gotten a response, we are giving you a final courtesy call before we close out your file. Press 1 to speak.
Okay, yeah, I will.
Possibly extending or reinstating.
Okay, yeah, I will.
Thank you for calling. To have your number placed
No,
on the
I won't.
Press 4 now. Otherwise, the representative press 8.
Now you see the princess invite us over for a picnic. I hope you made lots of spec. I hope you made lots of spec. Spaghetti!
Concerning your car's
Shit. Sorry, oh shit.
Have you got a moment, Miss Keller?
Shit.
Call me Miss Keller, please.
Shit.
Down. He certainly is very
Yale.
isn't he?
Oh yeah, he sure is.
I never have to tell him to do anything.
Sure is. Well, if that's a problem, you'd be the first teacher in history to say so.
Miss Keller.
Call
me Miss Keller,
Please.
Miss Keller. Miss Keller. I know that Aiden recently died.
Well, if that's a problem, you'd be the first teacher in history to say so. Yes, and I'm doing what I can to find him some good dick. And it's
No,
just
that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. That's what I meant. I know that Aiden recently.
And I'm doing what I can to find him some good dick.
I'm bothered by Aiden's log.
He knows I'm shit.
Yes, I'm sure he does. Miss Keller.
Call me Miss Keller.
I'm bothered by Miss Keller.
Please, call me Miss Keller.
Miss Keller.
Please, call me.
Miss Keller.
Call me Miss Keller.
I'm bothered. No worries. Did he talk to you about her death? like you said.
Call me Miss Keller.
I know that Aiden recently lost his class. I know they were very close. Listen, I appreciate your concern. Yes, I understand, Miss Keller. He's just trying to deal with it. Yeah, you say she died 3 nights ago.
Yeah, that's right.
Aiden drew these 3 nights ago. Log. Shit.
We've been trying to reach you concerning your car's extended warranty. Since we have not gotten a response, we are giving you...
Shit!
It's not. I'm gonna hurt you. Yeah. Die, bitch. Hey, bitch. I'm gonna hurt you.
Yeah, can I have a dozen red roses, please?
1533. You're gonna die.
You too?
My cousin was too gay. Used my cousin's hatch. Never looked back. Have a nice day.
All right, well, keep that in mind. Come on, come on. 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 Come on, come on.
We've been trying to reach you concerning your car's extended...
You piece of shit.
Getting a little old to be out there, Cal.
You ain't exactly the catch of the day.
Oh, your body's about outlived its
Extended...
warranty, you know.
Since...
We have not gotten a response. We are giving you a final courtesy call before we close out your file.
Man.
Good afternoon, I'm Dr. Horseballs. I'm the only doctor.
I think he was here before me.
You know,
Darby? Darby's always here. Aren't you, bitch?
you know.
He's my son's boy.
You know.
Come over on the ferry, did you?
Yes. Have you lived here long?
Born and raised.
You know.
What's this about?
Look, I'm sorry, Ross. I don't know how to say this, but I don't know how to say this, but I don't know how to say this, but I just in my bed. Ow. And somehow, I don't know how
To say this,
but it's because
What's this about? Haven't had a long dick in a long time.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just not meant to Darby. Then one winter they went away. When they came, they died of complications. And that was long. Some people, some must. Takes work, you know. Like they've been burned inside their balls. Some people have limits. We've been through a lot of hard years. Mean winters. There's no fish, no bitches, no cork, no balls, no walls, no whores, no Darby.
We have the meat.
No small shit, no big shit, no bigger shit, no long shit, no horse shit, no fish shit, no butt shit, no cork, no balls, no cork, no balls, cork, no balls, no cork, balls, no one.
Sup, bitches? It's Chadwood here.
Get the hint. Get the hint.
Concerning your car's extended warranty. Since we have not gotten a response, we are giving you a final courtesy call before we close out your file. Two, to be removed and put on our do not. Press 1 to speak.
shit.
Removed and put on our do not.
Okay.
That Dave didn't scare you?
No, not really. Sorry.
4 people are dead.
That's impossible. That's possible. Oh, look, I thought you said this was about a tape.
Look, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna get all worked up over some high school tape. Whatever.
4 kids are dead, Noah.
Yeah, like I said, not from
4
watching
people who watched it.
Oh, we watched you. We're hanging.
Somebody!
Rachel, this
Call me Miss Keller. Then how did this get recorded?
Hey, no, I picked up the cameras. They're in really good shape. They came out kind of... You working?
taking the tape?
Call me, Miss Keller.
Oh, look, I thought you said this was about a tape.
All right. Bye.
You're my favorite customer.
Invite us over for a picnic, eh, Luigi? I hope she made lots of spaghetti.
Whoa, baby, whoa, whoa!
Rachel, you there? Rachel, you there? Rachel, you there? Rachel, you there? Ah! Rachel, you there? Rachel, you there? Rachel, you there?
Call me, Miss
Rachel,
Keller.
you there?
Here's the problem. Too many toasters. You know what they say? All toasters toast.
Call me, Miss Keller.
Stop it, okay?
Samara?
Please call me Miss Keller.
No, Samara. What's wrong with you?
Please, call me, Miss Keller. Miss Keller. I know the babies died.
Somebody once told me the world.
You could just